Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So today I am recording a quick video on how to install kind of like Footwell LED strip lighting in your car. More or less the proper and, in my opinion, the cheapest way to do it. Just to kind of cut to the chase of parts. So honestly, if you look online, you can get 5 meters of RGB LED strip. You can buy it on a site called AliExpress for like $5, but it takes like a month to get to you. You can also find it, maybe I'll drop a link to like some Amazon just basic strip LED. And what I did is I took that and I cut it down into a smaller size so it will fit in the area that I want it to. But yeah, so let's jump right into the process I'm going through to get that installed in my car. It's I'm doing it completely from scratch. I'm not using any kits. Like I said, it's the cheapest way to do it, but it is also going to require the most work. Yeah, so let's get right into it. Alright guys, so it's super dark under the Footwell obviously right now, but you can see I've got my LED strip soldered to two sets of wires, one for power, one for ground. Then from there it runs over to this blue bit of electrical tape, which is another line. That's the power line, which splits into 3 wires. One wire that's going to go back, I'm going to wire up through, up above, down in behind, up there. Like I'm going to come down up here and bring it down into the fuse box. I'm going to tap a fuse in here. The other wire coming off this is ground, which I'm going to find a bolt, or whoops, sorry. Right here is ground, and I'm going to find a bolt to connect that to in the body of the car to ground it. And then I also have this wire coming out right there, right down here is also going to be ground. There's a bolt in the middle there that I'm going to ground it with, and yeah, the wire going in there comes around here to, oops, sorry, it's very dark, to this strip over here. So that kind of pathway just connects, I'm like climbing across my car, it connects the 2 sides of the car. So that's this strip for this side, which I'm going to put up under here. So to get that into that position, I had to solder those wires. I also had to take this few body panels off. They're really easy, they're all just super easy to pop off. One of them goes right down in there, obviously. The other one goes right here, obviously, hence all the open stuff. And then the other one actually goes up under here. But that's that step. Alright guys, so I figured I'd also mention I bought one of these fuse taps here. So as you can see, there's 2 slots for fuses. The top one is the fuse for the wire you're installing, and the bottom one is the fuse for what was currently in the fuse you're tapping into. So this will plug into wherever the fuse that you're tapping into goes. Then that fuse goes in here, and then your new fuse that you add in for your new circuit goes into the top section. Depending on what fuse you want to tap, depends on like when you want these Footwell lights, to be active. I want them running for whenever the car is on, so I'm just going to tap into an outlet spot. But yeah, that's this piece of equipment. You can get it something like this at most auto shops. Alright, so I don't know if you guys will be able to see, it's really tough to get lighting, but that one bolt right there, I've got the wire comes down up through the top around, and that's the ground wire there, and I've just kind of loosened that bolt that's on the edge of the light there, loosened that bolt, stuck the edge of the wire under it, and then tightened it back down so that'll ground to the body of the car. So that's what I've used on the ground on the passenger side of the car. Now I'm going to go find somewhere to ground for the driver's side. Alright guys, so let me just show you the driver's side. We have there's the strip. So I went to the same kind of area. Again, really difficult to see, but there's a bolt right up in there. I guess I might be able to pull this down a bit. Sorry for the terrible lighting, it's just my phone camera. So I went to that bolt up in there, and you might be able to see the passenger side from here too. There's the bolt on the bottom right corner, just down in there. So I'm going to now connect the power and just test everything out before I stick the LED strips up to their spot, and and zip tie the wires into safe places. Alright guys, so come over here and show you that I've got kind of just a temporary wiring setup. I'm just gonna try turning the car to the accessory mode and see if this light comes on. Sorry about that. The iPhone camera. Let's see, the moment of truth. Hey, looks good there. And looks good over there. Man, that's really satisfying. Alright guys, so that looks really good. I'm really happy. I'm going to now stick those strips to wherever I feel like they will sit best, as well as actually wire it all through and make it hopefully permanent. I'm really excited now. This is awesome. Alright, let's get to it. Alright guys, so the install is complete. I'll show you kind of where I wired as well as where I stuck these things on, but I think they look freaking awesome. So let me just show you how I wired these guys up. I'll grab my light. So the wiring I could have done a little better. So it comes right off the top here in the back. So it goes in behind these panels. One of the wires goes to a ground that's right behind the panel. The other one, see, the only thing I wish I had changed, so the other one I've kind of strapped across the top. Sorry, it's tough to get lighting down here. I've strapped across the top, zip tied it to the wire stack up there. It came in behind this panel down into the fuse box that's right behind here. The only thing I wish I could have done better was, I noticed this after I had kind of placed my wires, and crimped cables and such, is this wire is in front of my steering rack, or like my steering column, and if I were to do it again, I'd obviously place that behind, as well as my wire for right here is kind of in the path of my clutch pedal. It kind of hits right back on that metal pole. Okay, for the passenger side, this could be kind of difficult to show. Just there's not very much space for me to lay around. So there's the wire there. I've got it going up above this little plastic panel that clicks in here, and then it comes out at the back end and goes right in behind this panel over there. So it looks really clean. The only thing I recommend if you're going to do this, be careful that you keep the wires, when you're wiring, keep the wires away from any sort of HVAC, pretty much anything that's going to get hot. Just because you don't want your wires to melt and then potentially short out and cause a mess. Or you could potentially get worse, an electrical fire. But yeah, so let me see if I can light this car up quickly. And let's see how it looks. Alright, we're inside. One click. And oh man, I love it. I think it adds a little more character. I went with the red because it is the typical Mazda color. But yeah, so that's how it looks. I think it looks really good. It's not like super distracting or overwhelming when you're driving. If you're looking like up here, it's not super distracting. It's just kind of faint down there. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. Like I said, I'll leave kind of links to any parts that are useful for this in the description. And if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Anyways, this has been Rain City Cars, and I'm out. Peace.